Okay, let's pull over in this parking lot right now, and we'll just go take a look at the dash real quick. Dash is really interesting. You know, it's always when you're riding these new bikes, it's, you know, they always got these gizmos and stuff, and you can't really play around with them while you're riding. So I'm just gonna hang out right here in this parking lot here, and so I think when you're stopped, you can change some modes. No? Okay. So for traction, if you want to change the traction, you hold the mode button to the right. Hold it down, and then traction blinks, and it goes. So right now we're in rain mode. That's probably the most invasive. You can turn it off totally, and you could put it to street. Okay, so let's just. This is a custom mode. Maybe we can do everything in it. So let's put it on sport, and then let's see what happens when you hold it to the left. It turns the heated grips on. There you go. Oh, there you go. Okay, so to turn the heated grips on, you hold the mode button to the left, and then I guess you hit the button. Oh, nope, okay. Hold it to the left, and then you turn it to the right. Or you just move it to the mode you want. So there's low, medium, and high. And then you press the button, and it turns it on. It kind of takes a minute. Okay, now it's on. You can see the little heated grip symbol. So this leads me to believe we're riding the premium model. This is the one with all the bells and whistles on it. It does have a Bluetooth logo on it, so you can sync your phone to it and do all sorts of cool stuff with it. So let me turn the heated grips off. we don't need that right now. It's pretty warm. Okay, so I think it's a little laggy. I'm not gonna lie. The heated grips thingy. I think that's it, and then you hold the mode button to change the mode. That's it. There's so these are the different modes. There's a custom mode, there's a rain mode, there's an eco mode, and there's a street mode, and then a sport mode. There's a lot of modes: custom, rain, eco, street, and sport. Custom, eco, street, sport. It's just like 4 modes. I don't. There's so many. Let me see how it is pushing the bike around. I'm pushing the bike around. It feels pretty heavy, man. 485 pounds. But you're pretty. Oh yeah. So I never went over how tall I was. I'm 5'10", 175 pounds. I heard there is a low seat and a high seat for this. I think the low seat is like 30 inches, and this is 31. I mean, the high one is 31. I bet you they probably have the low seat on, so more people could ride this bike. I can heel foot it. I can get my heels on the ground. That's how low it is. So it's a big bike, but it's not really that tall. So you shorter riders, it's probably won't be too intimidating, other than, you know, the size of it. It's big. There's a charge port right here. It has a little magnet that holds it closed too. It's pretty nice. It has a level 2 J1772 connector right there. Yeah. Okay, so let's go ride a little bit more. We're almost done with the ride. We're gonna go ride to the Rose Garden, and we're gonna go check a little more stuff out. Well, we'll just kind of just cruise on the street right now. So it says there's 241 miles on the trip meter. It has a range of 45 right now, and it's a 54% stated charge. Let's say it's close to 50. I would say you probably get 100 miles range on this. This has a 14.4 kilowatt hour battery pack. How does that fare against, say, the Impulse? The Impulse has a 10.5 kilowatt hour battery pack, so it's got more than 3 kilowatt hours on it. It's got about 3 kilowatt hours on this, on my Impulse. My Impulse can do 60 miles. I'm not gonna. That's realistic mileage, man, right there. From someone who has experience riding that bike. Many hours riding that bike, and 60 miles of mixed riding is what's it's gonna give you. 60 miles, and you better charge it right away. And so this says 54%, and it says it's giving us a range estimation of 45. So that leads me to believe you're gonna get like 90 or 100 miles range on this bike. I don't know. They were quoting some kind of insane mileage on this, like 200 miles or something. I don't think you could get 200 miles on this. I don't know. But, you know, it's not my bike. I don't have a lot of seat time on it. I cannot say for sure, you know. my guesstimation, 90 to 100. Yeah, 90 to 100 is what you're going to get on this guy. And it's a warm day today. This is when the electrons flow better, so you know it's at its peak riding performance. That's what I'm going to say. What else? So that's my guesstimation for the range is 90 to 100. If you're not flogging it, maybe you can get more. If you're riding on the street, maybe you can get more. I would say mixed riding 90, 100. Riding on the freeway with this bike is you'll just chomp through your. So also let's talk about the gauge since we're stopped. You can change the gauge cluster, like and you can change the the different gauges on it. I think there's like 4 different types of gauges. On the upper left is a battery temperature gauge. It's like in the 3/4, so that's pretty much I think where we want it. We have state of charge on the upper right, 54%. Let's get going here. Range 45 miles. Now it went down to 44, and then state of charge again. So I think you can use those are user defined. You can change them. You change them when the bike isn't on, and we will try that. I can hear it regen a little more when I give it brakes. So I think if you kind of do it like if any of you have ever driven a Prius before, that's kind of how it works. The regen is tied to the brake. So when you let off, it coasts, but it regens a little bit. You slow down just a little bit. It's like they call that regen coasting. Now, if you give it a little bit, if you give the Prius a little bit of brake, it increases the regen. You can hear it. It starts to slow down. It doesn't use the mechanical brakes, but yeah, it just increases the regen more. So you get more and more in engine braking. So I think that's how it works on this Zero bike and all the Zero bikes. So listen very carefully. When I let go of the throttle and I give it, there you go. See, you can hear it. It gets a little louder. It regens a little bit more. It doesn't do it until you give it a little bit of brake. So you can kind of tell it how much regen to do. I like the impulse method. Where you just you let off, and then there's that zone where it regens. And then the more you let off, the more it regens. It's pretty simple. I don't know why a lot of people don't do that. But yeah, there is that region where like the throttle doesn't do anything. Also, another thing about the impulse is it doesn't do anything until you get to quarter throttle. Let's check this one out. Okay, I'm not giving it any throttle right now. I'm going to give it just a little bit of throttle. Okay, it's about 10%. Yeah, about 10-15% throttle. It starts moving already. So that's another weird thing about the impulse. At about quarter throttle, that's when it starts to move. So it's not super sensitive. This one's a little more sensitive, but it's very smooth. I'll just give it a little bit of, very smooth, no jerk. That's what I don't like about the impulse. It's herky jerky. So when you're slowing down and just taking off. So here we are at the Rose Garden. We're gonna go pull over a little bit, and then I want to I'm gonna go take a look at the bike a little bit. But all right, let's go over the controls real quick. Sorry, this is gonna be kind of a long video. So if you remember correctly, so the bike is on right now. We're gonna go right mode, hold it down. It lets you change the traction control. We'll put it in sport, and then you hold it to the left, and you get the heated grip. So we're gonna leave that off. And then here you got. So we'll just go over all the controls right now. This is the cruise control button here. I think you kind of hit it at the speed that you want to cruise at, and then when you'll know it's engaged when there's a speed on the dash right next to the cruise control logo on the upper left there. They're right next to where the thermometer is. It's 73 degrees Fahrenheit, if you guys are wondering. Okay, so I think that's pretty much all we can do. We can change the mode also by holding the mode button down. So let's turn the bike off. I heard he said that you had to put the kickstand down to change some stuff. So okay, there it is. That's the startup sequence. It's got the little Zero logo. It's pretty cool. They definitely, they did whoever they paid engineer good money to software engineers to do this this graphic stuff. It's good. I like it. So we're gonna hold the mode button down. Okay, it goes to a different screen. There we go. This is the one that we were playing with earlier. And then you go into preferences, and you can change the brightness, contrast. You can change the trip. I don't know why you can't change. I know, you can't mess around with the trip at all while you're riding. That's kind of weird. You can change it between A and B. You can change the gauges. There's a A, B, and C, D. Let's do D, I guess. I don't know. And okay, so also you can change the what gauges there are. So there's state of charge. This one has estimated range. There's a instant efficiency. That's an interesting one. Efficiency on the trip. Efficiency life. So it kind of like tells you how efficient you're riding. Those are what those gauges are. Let's see what we can. Okay. These are the different gauges that you can change. So, I wish it kind of showed a picture on the back that what you're changing, you know. And then to go out of this, I think you have to hold it down, hold it to the left or something. There you go, and it goes back. Hold the mode button down again, so you can change what the gauges look like. The battery, state of charge, it tells you the estimated range, if it's plugged or unplugged, if it's charging or not charging. Oh, there you go. It has scheduled charging. I like that. So you can set, what you can do with that is you can set it for like at midnight when your electricity bill is the cheapest. You can set it to just charge. You can leave it plugged in and it'll automatically charge. I like that feature. The Impulse doesn't have that. I have to wait till midnight and then I plug it in. So I actually would use that feature. Charge target. There's another cool one. So you can set it to charge at like to 80%. So if you're not going to be riding the bike for a long time, it's good to store at 80% charge. That's where they like to be when they're not being ridden for long periods of time. So I'm going to hold the mode button down again to get out of this menu. Yeah, it is kind of hard to navigate it, so I can see why they didn't let you do it while you're riding. So you go to performance, you can turn the ABS on and off. Oh yeah, okay, so that's so you can turn the ABS on and off, but not while you're riding. Yeah, you can't. There's no way to do it while you're not riding. But the ABS light is on. What else do we got here? I know HadesOmega's totally geeking out on this. Okay, then there's data here. Okay, so you got odometer. We have 243 miles. There's trip. Any kind of errors. This is a lot of stuff that the Impulse I wish had. You know, like errors. Let's see what this is. It's error code 14915. That's a lot of errors, man. Stability control fault. I don't know. At some point, it had these kind of errors. So, what happens if you hold it to the right? I've been holding it to the left to go back. No, it doesn't do anything. So that's pretty much it. I'm surprised that's all you can do. Okay, so that's some of the gadgets and gizmos you can do with it. It's got cruise control, heated grip, man. It's pretty nice, man. It's got a lot of bells and whistles. This is definitely, you know, their flagship model bike. You know, it's up there with the Energica. Does it have what kind of power does it have compared to Energica? I would say it's pretty close to the Energica. It's pretty close. I like the operating system better on the Energica. I'm not gonna lie, dude. They did a really good job on the Energica's operating system. It's so easy to navigate and change settings and stuff. And this one it seems like it's a little more difficult, you know. Yeah, the Energica one it was really good, man. I was really impressed with it. I'm not gonna lie. This one is like it's a little difficult to maneuver. It's a little laggy and stuff. You can sync it to your phone and change settings. I think that's what you can do with the custom mode. Let's see what happens when you hold it to the right when the kickstand is down. Nothing. Hold it to the left. Nothing. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't know. That's all the bells and whistles HadesOmega can navigate, you know, without actually knowing stuff. Like, this is my first time riding the bike. I have some pictures of the bike. You'll see them in the beginning of the video. It's a beautiful bike. It's very futuristic looking. There are a lot of nice little touches, zero logos and stuff. It's a sea bright blue or something, they're saying. I think it looks kind of more like a battleship gray almost. Like, let's say that's like a battleship gray. I like the color. It's kind of got a light, kind of like a Grom, sort of. It's LED light. It's got upside down forks, J1 brakes, dual disc brakes. That's a new thing for Zero. Very quality. They didn't skimp out on the components on this bike. Here's the motor. It's got these huge heatsink fins. Looks super thing. All this stuff gets scratched and stuff. It's got a little hugger here for your license plate. It's a belt drive. you guys are wondering. It has these little horns, very similar to the impulse. And it's got like a little seat for the passenger. You've got a, like I mentioned earlier, you got J1772 connector right here to charge, so you can charge at public charging stations. It's pretty trick. It's got little magnets here that holds it down. I don't think that will open anytime while you're riding because the magnets hold it, and then your body will hold it. Let's take the. Now there is a little key compartment here. So it says 0 SRF here, crafted in California. I don't know what this is. I think this is a trunk. Oh, it does have a trunk. Oh, fancy! Yeah, it's got a charge. It's got like a bag. I think this is where you keep your charger. Yeah, that's cool. You can. So there's a compartment to keep your level 1 charger, and I guess they give you a turbo cord. That's a pretty nice charger. It's really small, and you got different attachments with it. You can't put your helmet in there. You could probably put your gloves, your sandwich, lunch, do some little grocery shopping. So that's another thing I like about this bike. It has places to put things. That's cool. I'd imagine. I think you can get a. So what options you can get for this bike? The options you can get are you can get the power tank and the charge tank. Power tank, charge tank. Oh, no. Well, those. I think you can get you can get a second charger. Basically, it doubles your charging speed. That's what you get with the premium version, I think. Or I think you can upgrade the other one also. It's about 18,900, almost 19,000 for the base, the regular standard model. And the premium one is almost 22,000. I'll put a subtitle below, and it's in the beginning of the video. It does have level 2 charging capability, I think. It charges at 3.3 kilowatts, so the same as the Impulse. I'd imagine it would take about 5 hours to charge at level 2 at 3 kilowatt hours. At 6, if you have the second charger, like the premium charger, the rapid charger, the 6 kilowatt charger thingy, you can charge it in double the time, double the speed. So it's you can charge it in 3 hours or 2 hours or something. So that's pretty cool. And you can get, I think you can get it's a power, it's which one, it's a power tank. Yeah, okay. You can probably get it. You can get a power tank for this to give it extra power, the extra kilowatt hours, so you can ride it farther. And I'd imagine you're probably gonna replace this little trunk with it. 14.4 kilowatts, you get about 100 range. If I would just invest in the rapid charger if it was me. I would rather, if I'm going to go somewhere far, I'm going to plug it in. But if you needed to commute that far, if you needed to go that far regularly, then you should, and you wanted to go home without charging, then maybe you want the power tank. It would add weight to the bike. So I think out of all the bikes in this lineup, okay, so let's get going. Okay, good. Oh, you know what? So I did this with the C Evolution. I was wondering, can you put the key in there, and it won't open? Let's see. Yeah, you could do that. You could lock a key in there. Oh man, that's a no-go. They should have made it so you can't take it out, because you could totally just just threw it in there, So you could throw it in there and it's locked now, and then it's stuck in there, and then you got no key. So you would have to have another key to open it. So good job. So it has a fancy looking key too. It's kind of like those Honda keys. All right, so we're gonna go ride. So kickstand up. I'll show you. Well, you didn't see me fire it up, but so this is the kill. There's a kill switch right here. I'm gonna hit it to put it on. I'm gonna arm it, and then I think we just hit this one. Okay. Ooh, okay. Cool. All right. So that's how you start it. It's pretty easy. You don't even hear anything. It would be nice if there was a little chime, to let you know it's on, but it just boom, it's on. I think the little green circle logo. I do not know how to change I don't know how to change the regen, man. I don't like the amount of regen on this. I wish it had more. That's one of the things I don't like about the Zeros is they don't have good. All the ones that I've ridden, they don't have enough regen. I like more regen, And I think you can customize that if you have the app, but I don't have time to hook up the app and all that stuff, and it's not my bike, so. Alright, so we're going to go ride it back. So I was looking at the website yesterday, And one of the interesting things about the SRF I noticed is that this is the only zero bike that you can get the charge tank and the no, this is the only bike, yeah, you can get a faster charger and have the power tank. I think I'm not, don't give me the, it's not, I'm not 100% on that, but you can get the power tank that gives you more range, it gives you more kilowatt hours, and then you can get the whatchamacallit, and you already have the level 2 charger. It's already here. So it's like you got the charge tank and the power tank at the same time. So I think it's the only zero bike that you can do that. I like that they give you the option that you can do that, I guess. Honestly, if it was me, I would, boy, I do like the premium model with all the bells and whistles and stuff, like cruise control and all that. If it was just me, I would probably just get the standard model, and then get the rapid charger, the 6 kilowatt charger. So you can go do the 100 miles of range, and you can charge it fast. You can charge it double speed. So, and that to me would be better, because and I think I like that Zero went that way. They didn't put a level 3 charger, but I would like a level 3 charger. You know, I'm not gonna lie. There's level 3 chargers are out there, and you can charge your bike really fast. But level 2, you know, 6 kilowatt is your limit. But you can find a lot of 6 kilowatt. You know, you can find a lot of charging stations for J1772 charging stations. You can find a lot of those around the city, so they're easier to find. They're more plentiful than level 3 chargers. So that's why I like this better. You know, that's why one of the things I liked about the Impulse is it had an onboard charger already, and this one does too. So that's one thing that the other Zero bikes were lacking. You have to buy the charge tank to have that ability to charge at charging stations. So if you did want to go farther and you wanted to charge, you know, they had free charging stations and stuff. A lot of shopping centers have charging stations, so you know, you do kind of have to fight for them and stuff. So all right. So that's pretty much the end of the ride. I hope you guys enjoyed. I had a whole lot of fun riding it. Boy, is it a step up in, you know, compared to the SR. It's just a very quality component bike. You know, it's like they take its build quality to the next level, sort of. It's not. I'm not gonna say, like, you know, that's not like, I'm not gonna say like the SR was like, you know, poor quality or anything. I'm just saying this is, it's nice. You know, they really went for the aesthetic touches and the display. It's you know, it's a step up from the usual Zero stuff. I would like a level 3 charger though. I don't know why they didn't go with that. It's not like you have to add an onboard charger for that. The operating system, if I had to compare it to the Energica, I like the Energica's better. It's easier to use. This one's okay. It's not bad, and it's pretty looking. Ooh, yeah, man, I like it. It's cool. It's cool, man, and it has a pretty good turning radius. You can turn the handlebars quite a bit. Quite a bit. Yeah, look at that, see? It's very, yeah, you know, for a big bike, it's not bad. Okay, I guess that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I really like it. Would I buy one of these? Yeah, you know, I might buy one. I would like to try all the other newer bikes coming out this year. There's a lot of new competition for this bike. I will be racing against this bike at the Refuel TT, so if you want to see some footage of me riding with it on the track, I'm pretty sure this thing will just blow me away. It's freaking awesome. I like it. $20,000 though. It's a bit pricey, but it's got some really good components on it. Yeah. All right, HadesOmega out.